Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you on PrimeTime Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
For Prime Time.
To this day.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, oh man, it's been a lot of things going on in boxing as of late. And I'm just gonna jump right on into it, and I'm gonna cover the main thing, the main thing that people want to be explained about, and that is the Canelo versus Munguia, that ain't versus David Benavidez. And man, David Benavidez Jr. been on a tear. Basically saying that Canelo is afraid, he's scared, he don't want to fight him. He even talked about the $150 million and $200 million asking fee to fight David Benavidez Jr. And boy, man, oh man, you know, Canelo, like I said, y'all, he is a fellow that I follow. And so is David Benavidez Jr. But look, let me break it down for you. Let me break this down for you. Your boy, David Benavidez Jr. is not letting up on the gas pedal. So is a lot of his fans as well. His fans are basically arguing that Canelo fight David Benavidez Jr. next, which he has declined, and he is now fighting Munguia May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Yes, and that is a big fight too, you know, honestly. You know, now, have people been demanding Canelo fight Munguia? No, not really, not so much, but you got to look at it this way. Canelo chose the lesser of the devils, because remember, he said that he would never, ever fight a Mexican, a fellow brother, but he is. And a lot of people say, oh, well, he could have fought David Benavidez. Well, David Benavidez is not 100% Mexican. So that would be Canelo's argument if you were to argue that, you know? So, hey, it is what it is. But on another note, I got to give it to y'all raw. A lot of experts, a lot of boxing, social media presence, and a lot of former pro boxers have came out to defend Canelo and saying that, hey, Canelo isn't afraid of no one. You know, I know Canelo personally. Canelo fought and fight anybody. But his thing is that with fighting David Benavidez, everything relies on him. You know, pretty much all of the promotion, everything. That's why Canelo, look, y'all got to look at it, man. Canelo is one of the smartest businessmen in boxing today. I put him second to Mayweather, because, you know, for some reason, Mayweather be teaching these guys how to really manifest what they're trying to do with their careers, as far as taking it to a trajectory that no one has ever even fathomed, making $100 million, $200 million, $300 million, grossing so much at the box office that the box office relies on them to make an appearance once a year, twice a year, and they love them when they come. So now we don't have Mayweather, we have a Canelo that is doing the same thing, that has learned from Mayweather and is using pretty much his whole style of business. Now, on the other note, yeah, we want to see the David Benavidez fight of Canelo. We want to see the biggest and baddest fights out there. But, you know, it's a lot more to meet the eyes behind this, because, you know, the main thing is all right, Canelo chooses to fight David Benavidez, and then David Benavidez rehydrates to 200 pounds or whatever the case may be That's a lot of strong weight and power to be put on a Canelo. And see, that right there, my friend, is the main reason. And if the fight does happen, it'll be a rehydration clause in there. Maybe for David Benavidez, maybe for both. Who knows? But I can tell you this much. David Benavidez's father said that, hey, they'll sign on to whatever, rehydration clause or whatever. And the manager of David Benavidez, Sampson, he even said, that Canelo is worth that $150 million, not $200, but $150 million to fight David Benavidez, because they know that it's going to be a big fight. Every fight fan in the world would want to see that fight. Now, the whole issue is that we know that the American promoters probably are not going to come up with that money to give Canelo. But I know someone that will. Guess who? Guess who will pay for this fight? Hand over fist. Guess who will pay for this fight regardless? And boy, that is the Saudis. Saudi Arabia, they'll put up the money for this fight. If David Benavidez and Canelo can come to some type of consensus as far as where they're fighting at, and if they choose to fight in Saudi, I guarantee the Saudis will put that money up right now. Hands down, man down. Because you're talking about all of the Mexican fans, all the Ecuadorian fans, all the Spanish fans, all of the Latino, Hispanic fans will be tuning in to David Benavidez versus a Canelo Alvarez. Real talk. Now, on Cinco de Mayo weekend, Canelo, Munguia, you can believe that's going to be a big fight as well. That's going to be a big watch fight as well because, look, Cinco de Mayo weekend, you talk about the Mexicans chilling, hanging with family, friends, enjoying themselves, partying, drinking, doing whatever, dancing, enjoying life, celebrating their independence, celebrating their life, celebrating their culture, their heritage. Come on now. Yeah, they're going to sit down and watch that amongst family and friends. I'm going to be watching. But I tell you this, David Benavidez, just keep fighting. Just keep fighting, doing what you're doing. Keep building your name up, because after a while, won't no one be able to deny you. And if you keep fighting there, eventually, you will be the next big name. You will be the next Canelo. It's all about timing, y'all. Sometimes it ain't the right time for that fighter. Sometimes it's not the right fight for that fighter, or the right time to even insinuate fighting that fighter. Sometimes the fight has to be built up. Sometimes the fight has to marinate a little longer in order for the fighters to be able to recoup the money that they are given by the lenders, and that is the promoters. It's just like a bank. They're lending the money, hoping that they can recoup their money and make some extra on the top after putting this fight out. How can they do that? It has to be a fight worthy enough for it. And maybe, just maybe, the fans ain't screaming loud enough for this Canelo versus David Benavidez. Maybe it's a small amount of people. Maybe this is, some type of control situation where the numbers have to prove that this fight is warranted for that money to be put up. I would love to see it, honestly. I know a lot of people would love to see it, but would you love to pay for it, though? See, that's the question. And that's the question that has to be answered. Will you pay for this fight? Or will you just run and bump your gums saying, I want to see Canelo fight a challenge. Well, if you ain't going to pay for it, then you ain't going to see it. See, when you invest in something, you get that return. But if you don't invest in nothing, you just running your mouth. So it is what it is. I truly hope that this Canelo versus Munguia fight is exciting, that I anticipate. I feel as though it's going to be a fire fight. I feel as though Canelo will win probably around 8th, 9th round. I feel as though this is an experience fight, and I feel as though experience will win this fight, not just a firefight of throwing blows and throwing a bunch of shots. I feel as though Canelo will edge out this fight decisively by using his ring generalship, by using his IQ, his high boxing IQ. Munguia has never fought nobody like Canelo. Canelo has fought many fighters like him. to where they come in high octane and high output ratio, but when they get in there with Canelo, they're more reserved, they're more laid back, they're more of thinking, because they know Canelo has one of the best reaction times and one of the best counter punches in the game. Why you think he got so many titles? 8 titles right now he holding, 4 in one division. So, you know, you do the math. Now, will Munguia give Canelo a run for his money? Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, because an active fighter is a good fighter in my book. But the angles, the timing, the reaction speed that Canelo has, and the footwork, you gotta put it in a good perspective of why I feel as though Canelo will win. Now, if Munguia was to win, it would be him putting the pressure on Canelo and not letting up on the gas. If he could smother Canelo somehow from bell 1 to the last bell, then yeah, he can excel. He can beat Canelo with that type of output, because if you remember, Bivol, that's what he did, that high output. He didn't allow Canelo to take the reign from him at all. He kept pushing the pace. He controlled the pace and kept Canelo backing up and blocking with his arms. Now, if Munguia is able to do anything like that, if Freddie Roach is able to add that to Munguia's arsenal, then Munguia has a shot at upsetting Canelo and becoming possibly the face of Mexico. It just depends on how he wins. If he win narrow, nah. But if he win big and shock the world, oh yeah, he could become that face. If he could clip Canelo somehow, if he could drop a Canelo somehow, Canelo has never been dropped. If he could just do that alone, it would make a name for Jaime Munguia. So we gonna see, or we gonna see Canelo do what he do best, and that's win. So anyway, with that being said, that's all I got for this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website, PrimeTimeTalkTV.com, and copy some merch. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and until next time.